Heidi, there's something I'd like to ask you about. Do you have time? It's about my wedding, you see.
Sure, what's up?
I was talking with Melody about the wedding. At first, I thought we'd just keep the ceremony to just the two of us. But it now looks like we want to invite some people too, so the situation's changing.
Nice! It's so much better when you have all sorts of people there. You know what they say, the more the merrier. So, Melody wants more people there, right? I think I can understand her feelings on this. As the bride, you want to have a real occasion. So, Joe, you really need to respect her desires at a time like this. It's her once-in-a-lifetime moment.
I know. Well, the thing is, I'd like to invite your family as well. Is that okay? I mean, I'd really like Colin to be there as well, okay?
Thank you for inviting Colin as well, but it might be difficult to bring him along.
Why's that? He's already 5. Why, next year he'll be in elementary school. I really think you can bring him along.
You know, I'd like to bring him with me, but there are certain things that make me wonder. He's getting better at sitting quietly and behaving himself most of the time, but he's a 5-year-old and full of energy. When something gets him going, he can be a right little monster. I can't inflict that on other people if that happens. I don't know. I think it would be better if I got a sitter.
Look, if you're worried about how he'll behave, that's not a problem. There should be plenty of kids there. What's one more? But you see, I have a personal request I want to make to Colin, which would mean that he would have to be there.
Oh, really? And what's that?
You see, a friend gave me the idea, but I was thinking it would be nice for him to be the ring bearer. Don't you think it would be cute?
Are you sure Colin could handle such a big task? I know he's growing up, but that's a lot to ask of him.
I really think he can pull it off. And when he does, I think that will inspire me. You see, if Colin can hold his own with this task, I think I'll be able to hold my own as well.
Oh, so that's what's going on here. Now I see. It's always been hard for you to be out in front of a crowd. I still remember how you stumbled your way through that speech in high school. And that's the reason why you were saying at first that the ceremony should just involve the two of you.
Oh, you see right through me. But if Melody said that she wants to bring some friends, I guess I just have to suck it up. So right now, I'm begging you, please let Colin help me out. If he can pull it off, I think I'll be able to handle the service as well.
All right already. Actually, I think he'll be really happy to do it for you. He really likes you. So, the two of us will be there. Just let me know when the wedding is. Hi, this is Maude. Oh, Melody's mom? That's right. It's been some time since I talked to you last. Yes, it really has been some time. How are you doing? Actually, I have a little something to discuss with you. Is that okay? Or should I presume you have no time being a single mother? No, there's no issue. I finished work right on time, so I'm back at home. What's on your mind? Well, that does make things easier. Actually, I need to talk with you about Melody and Joe's wedding. I heard that your son is going to be the ring bearer, is that right? Yes, that's right. He's already busy practicing right now. Is that so? I'm sorry to have to break this to you. Actually, they've gone back to square one regarding the ring bearer. Please just forget it was ever mentioned to you. What? You see, there's been some major changes to the wedding plans. But I haven't heard anything about this from Joe, and I believe he'd tell me if something was up. Are you sure about that? If there was such a major change, someone should have called me directly. The two of them are busy with their preparations for the ceremony. They can't take care of everything. So, as the mother of the bride, I'm giving them some support at this time, and it's up to me to tell you that the plans have changed. Oh, I see. Sorry how you may feel about it, but it can't be helped. It just stands to reason, though. There's no way we can expect a kid with no father to behave at a wedding. You say he's been practicing, but how could a kid like that take on such a major task like this? It's simply unthinkable. Wait a minute. You are completely out of line. Just because I'm a single mother, that doesn't give you the right to insult me, and it certainly doesn't give you the right to insult my son. What is the meaning of this? Oh, so you want to take it like that. There's no other way to take it. My son has been practicing diligently every day. I know he'll be just fine at the wedding. You have no good reason to be questioning his capabilities. Well, I hate to break it to you, but this is already settled. There's another party who's more capable of the task. You see, my little pom-pom will be taking care of that role in place of your son. What? Pom-pom? That's our Pomeranian, Pom-pom. She's so clever, so it'll be her bringing the ring up. And who decided this? Why, that would be the bride and groom, wouldn't it? The two of them said it was better that way. Do you have some issue there? Well, if that's the case, then all right. So we'll just be present and quiet for the ceremony, I take it. That's fine. We're still looking forward to the ceremony. No! In fact, the idea of your being there at all has been dropped entirely. The two of you can just stay in your broken home for the day. Understand? Excuse me? They're only inviting their closest relatives, so there's no need for you two to be there. I'm the groom's sister? That's about as close as you can get? Yes, but having such a small child with you, surely you can see the issues that would cause. So if your spawn doesn't come, that means you'd have to find someone in your crummy neighborhood to watch over him. God knows what kind of criminal or miscreant that would end up being. Even a single mother like you wouldn't want that, surely. So, considering all of that, don't you think it would be best that you both just skip the wedding altogether? No, that won't do. After all, my son is looking forward to this. No, it would simply cause trouble for everyone if you were there. So what do you say? Can you take a hint? Unbelievable. So it's settled. There's a good girl.
Heidi, what the hell has happened? How could you cancel on me with no warning?
Huh? I didn't cancel on you.
I never thought you would do something like this. Both me and Melody have been looking forward to this wedding for so long. What's going on anyway? Who would believe that you would go and ruin our wedding?
Wait a minute here. Your wedding is today?
That's right, and Melody's mom contacted you so many times about it. She said you never answered any of her messages. I just don't get it. So you couldn't come to celebrate with your family? How could you be such a deadbeat?
Wait a second here. No one ever messaged me about the wedding.
So that means your phone was just switched off until now? Are you that hard up? Or were you just trying that hard to avoid this?
What?
And that's not all I heard. She said you weren't able to cover for a wedding gift, so you were asking her to buy one for you? That's really bad manners, you know?
Wait, what are you talking about?
Look, I don't need presents that bad. And if you were that hard up, you could have at least come and talked to me. That's no reason at all to bow out of the whole wedding. So now her parents got the worst impression of us, all because of you. This is a hell of a situation you've got me into. Luckily, we can go forward with the ceremony, but what if Maude wasn't so generous? This could have been a disaster.
Wait just a minute. Please settle down. You don't need to go on the warpath like this.
How could you go and do something like this to me? I was really counting on you being here. You're my sister after all.
Wait, but I didn't even get an invitation.
Don't give me that.
No, I'm serious. Calm down and let me say my part. I didn't get an invitation at all. I didn't even know today was the wedding.
What the heck are you talking about? Of course you got an invitation. I'm absolutely sure you were on the list.
Well, I never got one. So whose job was it to send the invitation? Was it yours?
No, that would be Melody. Wait, now that I think of it, she had something else special to take care of on the day we sent the invitations out. I think Maude said she sent them out in Melody's place.
Maude, huh? Now here's something that you need to know. Do you know what Maude told me? She told me you and Melody decided you didn't want Colin at the wedding, so we should both stay home.
What?
She told me you decided you'd rather have her dog be the ring bearer because you didn't trust Colin to behave.
I don't get it. What is going on here? It's completely different from what she told me.
Look, in any case, is the wedding going according to plan so far otherwise? Are you having it at church?
That's right. Look, can you make it out to at least the reception?
No, there's just no way to do that right now. Colin and I are at Six Flags right now. It would take us hours to get there.
You went to Six Flags on my wedding day?
Again, no one told me that it was today. I didn't get an invite. Look, just concentrate on your wedding at this point. So, in the end, you invited plenty of people and not just close relatives, am I right?
Yeah, there are tons of people here.
Good, so you won't even miss me. Besides, I promise I'll be there for your anniversary party. So just enjoy your wedding today. We can talk through everything that's happened after your wedding is over and done.
Got it. Then I'll be in touch later.
We made it through the ceremony without a hitch. It was such a beautiful event, almost made me cry. Why are you messaging me? I heard about what you did. You told everyone that you invited me even though you told me not to come. And you told me it was going to be a small wedding with only close family. But my brother told me there were a ton of people there. Why did you lie to me? Yes, it was a magnificent wedding. There were tons of people. Except you. Imagine missing your own brother's wedding. What a shame. I only missed it because of you. You practically ordered me not to be there. Tell me the truth now. You threw away my invitation too, right? And what if I did? There's no proof, so who's to say? You're a horrible person. Did you do all of that because I'm a single mother? What a stupid reason to keep me away from my own brother's wedding. Quite clever coming from a single mother. I never would have expected that from your kind. But even if you're a clever one, it's still only proper that you weren't there. What? How can you say that? I told you before. Your little brat would have definitely ruined the ceremony. There's no way a single mom like you could have taught him how to behave. So I did it to save my daughter's wedding. You and your spawn aren't fit to participate in my precious daughter's wedding, and that's all there is to it. You're an absolute monster. Do you even realize how much my son and I were looking forward to this wedding? No, you wouldn't care about that, would you? Clearly, you only care about yourself. Well, maybe if you weren't just a stupid single mother, you would have realized what was happening sooner. You only have yourself to blame here. Well, just so you know, I'm going to tell Joe all about what you did. I'll be sending him screenshots of everything you said to me. Go right ahead. You think I care? No matter what he may have to say, it's water under the bridge already. What can he do about it?
So it's true. You really did all of that. How dare you? Who do you think you are talking to my sister like this?
What? Is that really you, Joe?
That's right. Heidi showed me her phone, and now I've seen what you're like with my own eyes. Even though she warned me, I just still can't quite believe it. How could you do this to me, Maude? This is my wedding.
Why are you with Heidi right now? You're still supposed to be at the reception.
I am, and Heidi is here as well. She was kind enough to swing by now that she finally found out when and where it is. So now, it's your turn, Maude. How do you explain what you've done? How could you ever do something like this?
I have a good reason. Don't you see I was just thinking of you and Melody this whole time?
No, I don't see. I can't see what you're thinking at all.
I was just doing what seemed right as the mother of the bride. And as your mother-in-law. Do you really think it's appropriate to question your mother-in-law like this?
Oh, I have nothing but questions. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I really have to consider calling off the wedding.
What? Joe, what are you saying? You just got married! You've already signed the papers and all of a sudden you're talking divorce?
We haven't submitted the papers yet. Nothing is binding. And I've got to think of issues beyond just me and Melody. I've been thinking hard about all the things that you've been doing. With in-laws like this, I see major storm clouds ahead. Storms that no one should have to deal with. How can I live peacefully with Melody, with you and your lies and subterfuge lurking in the background? The real problem is here. I can only foresee more of this nonsense in the future. You've shown no remorse, and I have no reason to believe you will ever change. It just won't do.
How can you even think of calling off the wedding right now? Melody loves you. Are you some kind of cold, unfeeling monster?
That's exactly the question that I'd like to ask you. And just so you know, if we call off the wedding, it will be entirely because of you. You'll need to pay the cost of the ceremony and the rings. Be sure you're good for it.
That's absurd. Why would I pay for any of that? Especially the rings.
It's because of you that we had your dog carry the rings instead of my nephew, remember? And do you remember what ended up happening to those rings? Your dog ran off as soon as you put her down. We had to pause the ceremony for 30 minutes while everyone chased that damn thing around, and then once we finally caught her, the rings were nowhere to be found. Yes, there was no exchange of the rings because of that, as you well know. So, you're gonna have to pay for those, no matter what happens.
Wait, I'm sure they'll turn up quite soon.
We can only hope so. But now, they're saying it's possible that Pom Pom swallowed the rings.
That's absurd. There's no way she would do that.
Melody says that Pom Pom seems pretty sick. She said that Pom Pom seemed like she was having trouble breathing. You were nowhere to be seen, so one of Melody's friends took her to the vet. According to her, the vet says she swallowed something metallic.
There's no way!
Are you telling me that you're not aware of your precious pet's situation? Where the heck are you anyway?
I'm in the bathroom. I just needed a break from the festivities.
You mean you just wanted to go somewhere quiet so you could send my sister some nasty messages? You're a real piece of work, you know that? Hurry up and get the hell out of here and go check on your dog. It looks like the vet might have to do some surgery.
Surgery? It can't be. My poor little pom-pom. Just thinking of her getting surgery makes me shudder.
And don't think you can just give us the rings back after the vet pulls them out. You must repay the cost of the rings. Goodbye, Maude.
Please, Heidi. Please get Melody to stop this. It's terrible. She says she's cutting off all relations with me. That does seem to be the case. She's already told me all about it. In fact, Melody came over and apologized to me as soon as she heard what you did. My daughter apologized to someone like you. That's right. She said she was so embarrassed by you. I could hardly get her to stop crying. Why would she cry for someone like you? Because she's not a terrible person like you. Do you understand now how disgusting you've been? Everyone is ashamed to be associated with you. But I wasn't trying to do anything bad. I was just trying to protect my daughter's wedding. I'm so sorry, Heidi. Here I am apologizing to you, so please forgive me. Be sure to tell Melody about how I apologized. Tell her that you've forgiven me so she doesn't need to cut me out of her life. Okay? Can you understand what I'm saying to you? Of course I can understand, but I have no intention of forgiving you, and I'm not going to be your errand girl. What are you saying? If you want Melody to forgive you, you'll have to arrange that by yourself. Wait! Please don't be so heartless. You talking about being heartless. That's rich. Speaking of heartless, I've got some news for you. The staff at the church found the rings. It turns out Pom Pom didn't eat them after all. I know that already. I told everyone my precious little Pom Pom wouldn't eat the rings. Yeah, but I heard she got sick because she'd been eating out of the trash. How did she get into that? You must have not been watching her that closely. You don't know that. It's just dirty lies and gossip from a no-good single mother. Anyway, as you said, Joe and Melody have the rings, so no harm done. Actually, there's a problem with one of the rings. It appears that someone might have stepped on it. And it's Melody who's really angry, even more than Joe. You're kidding! Melody's on a warpath, saying she's going to get full recompense for that ring come hell or high water. And Joe actually spent 3 months' salary on the ring, just so you know. You've got to be kidding. So she's really going to try and bill me for the ring on top of cutting me off? Look on the bright side. If they'd gotten divorced, you would be out the cost of the ceremony as well, right? So you're getting off easy. No! How can I ever cover that amount? And my husband's really angry about everything as well. I don't think he's just going to give me the money. What should I do? How about I write an apology letter? Do you think that'll be good enough? I don't know. Why didn't you ask Melody? Oh yeah, you can't because she cut you off. I guess you'll just have to be a decent person and do the right thing for once. How dare you talk to me like that, you single mother? It's true that I'm a single mother, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm doing my best to raise my son to be an upstanding member of the community. And just so you know, he already has a better sense of right and wrong than you do, and he's only 5. He at least knows that if he does something wrong, he should apologize right away. And that there are times you can't be forgiven for, even if you beg for that forgiveness. Joe and Melody billed Maude for the broken ring. It appears that Maude was able to make good on that from her savings. But the whole situation seemed to have been the final straw in what appears to have been a very shaky marriage. According to Joe, it looks like a divorce will be finalized within the year. It looks like it'll be some time before the wrecked ring can be fully fixed. But Colin stepped in with some homemade rings to tide them over until the real one is fixed. It was so adorable, if I do say so myself. He handed over the homemade rings just like he'd been practicing for so long. I swear, Melody and Joe both had tears in their eyes. Tyler, are you just about finished with work? I think you should be getting done about now. Text me when you're done, okay? I'm out running errands, but I'll answer for sure if you call. Please call me as soon as you can. I have something that I need to talk to you about right away. It's really important.
Okay, I'm on the train headed home right now and my phone battery's low, but I'll call soon, I promise. What's up? Is everything okay?
Yes, but... Well, for now I need you to just listen and not get upset, okay? Promise me that, okay? Promise you won't freak out.
Okay, I promise I'll stay calm, but you saying that makes me nervous. Why the urgency?
Okay, this is gonna sound crazy, but, well, it looks like her house has been bugged by someone. I'm pretty certain that it has.
Excuse me? Bugged? Bugged as in listening devices have been planted in our home?
Exactly, that kind of bugged. Someone is eavesdropping on us, listening to our most private moments.
Wait, why is this subject suddenly coming up now? There was something else like this recently with someone that we know, wasn't there? Is there a connection?
Yeah, remember before a few months ago? There was something a lot like this. At the time I told you about that friend of mine who had a stalker. That's what you're thinking of.
Yeah, I remember now. That was a real mess. She was really upset about the whole thing. So, was her house bugged when that was going on? The stalker bugged her place? Is that the connection?
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. Poor girl. So that's part of the connection. At the time, she said this is a world where unbelievable things can happen to you in unexpected places. So anyway, she lent me her bug detector that she bought when that stuff was going on. That's how she found the listening devices in her place. Here's where the real connection is. I didn't really expect any results from using it, but when I used it in our place on a whim...
Please don't tell me that you turned something up.
Unfortunately, I did. I still can't believe it myself. I confirmed and reconfirmed, and the results were the same. There's a listening device somewhere in our place. It looks like we're the ones being stalked this time. Needless to say, it really freaked me out, so I decided to just go out of the house. It's too creepy to be there now, knowing that someone's listening. I pretended to go out and run errands. And I've been out killing time ever since then. So that's what's suddenly going on right now. I don't want the perpetrator to know that the bug has been discovered. I think I played it cool enough, hopefully.
Yeah, that makes sense. You did the right thing getting out of there and playing it cool. Good for you for keeping your wits about you. Alright, let's meet somewhere on the way home and go back home together. From now on, we're on high alert. Once we're inside, you can quietly show me where you found the bug, okay? Just point it out to me. We'll just act normal and do what we usually do when we both come home. We can pull it off, no problem. And while we're acting normal, we can plot our anti-bug strategy here on WhatsApp. They may be smart, but we're smarter. That's how we'll proceed from now on. First of all, let's figure out exactly what we're dealing with. Then we can plan our response and get to the bottom of this.
Okay, sounds like a plan.
Good. Then let's meet in front of the 7-Eleven bar place. In about 15 minutes, okay? Is that enough time for you to get there?
Sure, I'll be waiting. See you soon, babe.
Okay, here we go. Bingo! I found the first bug. That didn't take long at all. It was behind the TV in the living room. There's a power strip there that I've never noticed before. That's the bug. Never would have noticed it at all if not for you, babe.
Wow, I found one too. So that's 2 of them now. And it's the exact same kind. It was plugged into the outlet between the umbrella stand and the houseplant. A power strip that I have no recollection of putting there.
If they've bugged the entryway and the living room, it seems likely that they've also bugged the bedroom and your office. Maybe even the bathroom too.
Yeah, I agree. That makes sense. Better check every single room top to bottom. Okay, I'll check my office out right now. Wish me luck. You check the bedroom. Look everywhere in there, especially near the bed.
Yeah, will do. I still can't believe this is happening. What a nightmare. Is this all of them? I wonder.
I really hope so. I really, really do.
So, we found them in 4 places, all told.
4 places. Wow. Who in the world would do this? Who? I can't believe we found this many of them. This is really scary. I'm completely freaked out now.
Plus, you're working at home all the time, so that's even more worrisome.
Working from home, I've been really happy that I haven't had to attend work meetings and talk all the time. I always hate that, and it's been great not having to do that. But if there's any leaked information about my work that comes out of these bugs, it'll be a real problem, no joke. My work depends on not having info coming out before my books are published.
But you always have your direct face-to-face work meetings outside the house, right? I mean, at restaurants and coffee shops and places like that, right?
Yeah, those are always outside the house, so that's good. Fortunately, the boss doesn't really like having those meetings at our homes. If there's a work matter to talk about, we usually do it by WhatsApp or email. So I don't talk about work matters at home very much at all, fortunately. But still.
I see, that is good, but the problem remains. So, this discovery now begs the question, can we think of anyone who would want to do this to us? Who would stand to gain something from eavesdropping on us?
Yeah, sorry to say, but one person does come to mind right away.
Really? Wow, that's disturbing enough. Definitely food for thought. And I'm also sorry to say that I can also think of 2 potential perpetrators.
2 people? Are you serious? I'm afraid to ask.
Yeah, one of them might be the same person that you're thinking of. Maybe. So, if that's the case, we need to face the perpetrator or perpetrators and engage them head on.
Engage them? What do you mean? Like, engage the enemy?
Yeah, that's exactly what I mean. So, since we don't yet know which person is the actual perpetrator, if it's any of the people that we're thinking about, their personality should help us catch them. We'll find out soon enough.
Huh? What are we gonna do? How are we gonna catch them?
Okay, we definitely need to talk about the details of my plan, but doing that here on WhatsApp is gonna take a lot of time. We can't do it all by text.
Then why don't we go out for dinner and have our strategy meeting then? How about our favorite pizza place at the mall?
Yeah, it's easy to talk there and their pizza never fails to please. Great idea. That's why I love you, babe. Okay, this should do it. I like this plan. It should work, and we might actually have a little fun doing it.
Yeah, I think it'll get some results. Fingers crossed.
You know, this is exactly the kind of plan that I'd expect from my wife, the novelist. You are a genius, an absolute genius. You came up with this scenario right off the top of your head, didn't you? Truly amazing.
And what about you? My husband, the former actor, still has his chops. Standing ovation. I got pulled right into your performance. Oscar-worthy.
So, I guess this all boils down to whether or not anyone will fall into our expertly laid trap.
Yeah, all there is to do now is wait for our quarry to take the bait. And this bait is pretty tempting, no doubt about that.
But, you know, I really need to apologize to you, babe.
Why? What do you have to apologize about?
We've only been married for 6 months, and already we have this ridiculous problem to deal with. I feel terrible about it. It's all my fault.
It's not your fault. No apology needed. None at all. You can't control what others do. You're as innocent as I am in all this.
Hearing you say that makes me feel a bit better, but still, I feel responsible somehow.
Anyway, for now we have to just keep working towards a solution to this mess. It'll all work out. Let's stay positive. We got this.
Yeah, you're right. Fingers crossed.
Amy, what the hell is going on? What's this about you having an affair? Are you cheating on my baby Tyler, you tramp? Please tell me that you're not up to no good. This better not be true. Amy, you there? Don't pretend you're not. Answer me, damn it! Oh, hi Vera. What's the trouble all of a sudden? Everything okay? Don't play games with me, you! I know you've been having an affair. Who are you cheating on Tyler with? Who is it? Tell me right now. Make no mistake, I'll get a lawyer, draw up divorce papers for Tyler, and sue you for this. Answer me right this minute. Don't deny it. I gotta ask you, Vera, where on earth did you hear that story? Why, naturally. I heard it from my son, obviously. Where else would I hear that? That's awfully strange. Neither I nor Tyler have said a word to anyone about the situation. I'm sure about that. You might think that you haven't told anyone, but you actually have. What a careless girl you are. Really? Have I? I really don't think so. Don't you realize that your betrayal has caused a rift between the two of you? He doesn't trust you anymore. So why would Tyler tell you if he told me or anyone else about it? Yeah, I can see you might think that, given the circumstances, but... So come clean with me, you little hussy. You can't run from the truth anymore. Where are you right now? Tell me. I'm at home in my office working. Why? You better get out of there right now. Right this minute. What? What do you mean, get out? I don't want my son to have to be anywhere near his cheating wife. Poor boy. That house was originally bought in Tyler's name. It belongs to him. You should have gotten out of there the second there was any rift between the two of you. Unbelievable. The nerve. Why did my son have to choose a woman like you? Tyler could have found himself any number of better women. What a shame. Oh, is that so? Okay, as you wish. Have it your way, I'll leave. However, before that, can you please come over here tomorrow morning? Why should I do that? What's the point? You and I have some important unfinished business that we need to take care of. You're beating around the bush about something. You don't fool me. It must be about the impending divorce. That's it. No problem. I'll be happy to participate in planning for that. Tyler, long time no see.
Beth, is that you?
How have you been? It's been a minute.
What do you want?
I've been having this feeling lately that you've started to miss me, darling. It's true, isn't it?
Huh? What are you even talking about? Why would I miss you? You cheated on me with my best friend, remember?
Oh, with that? That was nothing. He and I've been done for a long time. A momentary lapse in judgment.
Oh, you broke up already? That didn't last long.
Sure, that's old news. Well, I mean, we were never really together anyway. The only reason that ever happened was because you were always working and never had any time for me.
That's because I was busy studying for an exam that my company told me I had to take. I felt bad about it at the time, but...
But you ended up passing the test, right? And I heard that you got a raise and a promotion to department head. Well done and congrats!
Yeah, well, that was about 3 years ago. That's old news.
Wow, so it's been that long since we broke up?
Yep, time flies once you find a better girlfriend.
Hey, if that exam is what all that back then was about, I'm willing to let bygones be bygones.
Huh? Bygones? What are you getting at? What's this about all of a sudden?
Let's cut to the chase. You got cheated on, didn't you?
How would you know anything about that?
Let's just say that a little bird told me.
Oh, a little bird, I see.
Yeah, my personal grapevine is no joke. My ears are everywhere. If you only knew.
Oh, right, now I see. You somehow managed to get hold of some very up-to-date information about me, didn't you?
Yep, that's about the size of it. So, anyway, once you divorced your wife, want to get back together with me?
Huh? Get back with you?
I mean, she cheated on you, so of course you're gonna divorce her, right? It goes without saying, right? Come back to me. I'll take care of you and mend your broken heart, baby. You know how good we were together.
Yeah, we were pretty good, weren't we? All right then. Can you come over to my place tomorrow morning?
Wow, that was quick. Of course I can. I wasn't expecting to suddenly get invited over. My heart is beating faster just thinking about it.
You know the address. It's the same as before.
Okay, got it. See you then, baby. Look forward to seeing your handsome face. It's been too long.
Amy, what's the meaning of this? I come over here at the agreed upon time, and there are police here. Why are they here? Not to mention Tyler's ex-girlfriend as well.
Good morning, Vera.
Don't good morning, Vera, me. Explain what the hell is going on here.
What? You mean you haven't talked to the cops yet?
About what? What do I have to talk to them about?
Tyler and I found a listening device in her home. We've been bugged.
What? A bug?
Yeah, not a bug. We found 4 of them. 4.
What? You mean you found them in 4 different places?
This is your handiwork, isn't it, Vera? Admit it.
No! I only had 2 put in your place.
Oh, I see. So you're not responsible for all 4, but you do admit to placing 2 of them in her home. Is that correct?
Well, what I meant to say is...
Oh, and by the way, we're moving out of here soon.
What?
And needless to say, we won't be giving you our address.
How could you? All I wanted to do was to make sure that the 2 of you were happy and having a good marriage.
Yeah, you need to mind your own business.
But I could give you good advice about when to try to get pregnant and all kinds of other stuff. Please let me.
Now you really need to mind your own business.
Why, I never.
Anyway, give my regards to the police. They have a lot to talk to you about.
Wait, please.
I'll be leaving now. Bye-bye. Tyler, why are the police here? And why is your mom here too? What's this all about?
Well, I knew I'd catch you.
Catch me? Catch me how?
You have some nerve. Before we broke up, you bugged my apartment, didn't you?
Yeah, about that.
You know, I always thought it was strange how you dumped me so easily when you'd always been so clingy up until then.
Why? What do you mean?
You know, we recently discovered those bugs, and I knew there must be someone with a motive and opportunity to do this to us. So, we decided to put on a little performance in order to catch the perp.
A performance?
Yeah, it was all about cheating and that kind of thing. My wife, the novelist, came up with a really great scenario.
Scenario?
Yep, the scenario goes like this. Husband finds out about wife's infidelity and much bickering ensues. And the most interesting thing about the scenario is that it was only known to myself, Amy, and the listening devices that someone planted in our home.
What? Why would you do that?
I was up in the air about whether or not it was my mom or you who was responsible for the bugs. And I must admit it never occurred to me that it might be the both of you.
Wait, so what about the divorce?
Yeah, that ain't happening.
Well, I never.
Regardless, now that you've been exposed as one of the perpetrators, just sit tight and the police will be with you shortly. I'm sure they'll enjoy talking to you.
The police showed up just as Beth and my mother-in-law crossed paths in her entryway. They both were questioned, and they both panicked and tried to flee the scene. With my mother-in-law leading the way, they tried to hide in the bathroom. Apparently, they were both sending panicked texts as they were holed up in there. It didn't take long for them to surrender and be led away by the officers. After that, we decided not to press criminal charges in lieu of a settlement. My father-in-law divorced my mother-in-law and she went back home to stay with family there. But her family there turned her away, saying that the whole bugging scandal was a bit much. Beth ended up being dumped by her fiancé and was having financial trouble due to the damages that she had to pay us. I can understand the desire to know certain things, but I'll never understand the way of thinking that would lead to someone bugging another's home. That's just wrong on so many levels. Thanks for watching. Please remember to like the video and follow our channel. See you in the next video.
Hey, sweet pumpkin. I'm so glad I was able to see your sweet face again today. Let's go on another date as soon as we can. Yeah, missing you already.
Huh? Neil, what are you talking about?
What's wrong, honey? You feeling a bit sleepy? Are you still sulking at me because you can't come over to my place yet? Aw, that's so cute. I love that about you. And anyway, like I told you before, we can't hang out at my place. My wife is there. We'll just have to get by with the office dates for now, okay? It won't be much longer, I promise. Anyway, good night, honey. Love you. Hugs and kisses.
Who are you talking to? Who is Sweet Pumpkin?
Oh, Joyce. I'll be heading back home soon. I don't need dinner.
Neil, what's going on? I'm a little confused. What were those messages?
Just a misunderstanding. Don't worry about it. It has nothing to do with you. Stay out of it, okay?
Well, alright then if you say so. But what do you mean by just a misunderstanding?
I already told you it has nothing to do with you. Stop nagging me about it. God, you are so annoying. Why are you being so suspicious? What did I ever do to you? Just leave it alone already.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to bother you. I was just wondering what time you'll be getting home.
What? Huh?
I mean, you just said you'd be coming home soon, so I was wondering what time that would be exactly. I thought I'd run you a hot bath so you can relax when you get home, that's all.
10 o'clock sharp. Have it ready by then. And don't let it go lukewarm this time.
Okay then, I won't.
For God's sake, why do you have to question me about everything? So annoying. Why can't you just shut up and listen to what I tell you?
Sorry, I wasn't trying to pry or anything. I'm just trying to do something nice for you, really.
Okay, whatever. Just forget about it. See you at home.
See you soon.
Oh, sweet pumpkin. I messed up real bad. I made a big mistake. I need you to help me feel better right now. I'm super upset.
Oh, what happened, baby? Are you okay? We literally just saw each other. Didn't I just comfort you an hour or two ago? And you're already upset again? My poor, sensitive baby. What happened?
I accidentally sent a message to my wife that was meant for you. I think she knows about us now.
Huh? Are you serious? Isn't that kind of a big deal? So she knows you're cheating? Isn't that a major problem?
Nah, don't worry about it. My wife will still do whatever I say. She's basically like my slave.
Oh, that's lucky. You did mention she's a timid type of girl.
Yeah, exactly. But still, it really bothers me. With my wife being there, I always get really stressed out whenever I have to go home. Seriously, I can't even relax in my own house. Things are really tough for me at the moment, you know? You're my only source of comfort, sweet pumpkin.
Yeah, I mean, that's cool and all, but can you not talk about your wife so much? I don't want to hear it.
Ah, sorry, love. I didn't mean to upset you. Please, don't be mad at me, okay? I just can't help complaining sometimes, you know?
If you really hate her that much, then you should divorce her ASAP, right? I mean, why is it taking so long anyway? How long are you going to make me wait before you guys split up?
I know. I told you I want to divorce her soon, but the timing isn't right yet. I'm just so busy with work stuff at the moment, I don't have the time to go through a divorce. This is not easy or simple, you know, no matter how much we both want it.
I don't know. Kinda sounds like you're making excuses.
I'm not making excuses. Trust me, you're the only woman I need. We'll be together soon, okay? We just need to hold on until my work situation calms down. Then I'll divorce her and you can come over and see me anytime you want.
Well, if you say so then. You better promise me you'll divorce her as soon as you can. No more stalling, okay?
Of course not. I want to be rid of that woman as soon as I can.
I'm getting real tired of waiting for you. Maybe I should just show up one day at your place and see what happens. Could be fun.
Hey, don't even joke about that. I'd be in so much trouble, you know? I'd have to pay my wife alimony and everything. You don't want that to happen, right?
What's the problem? You have money.
But it would still be a pain to deal with. We've been going to all this effort to meet each other in secret this whole time. If you just show up one day and reveal everything, then all our efforts will go to waste.
Yeah, I was just joking. Don't take things so seriously, babe. But still, I want to move in with you soon, Neil. That part wasn't a joke. Once we're living together at your place, I can see you every single day.
I want that too, Pumpkin. But don't worry, not much longer now. Anyway, I gotta go. I'll be home in just a few minutes.
Oh, all right then. Talk to you later.
Yeah, good night, my sweet Pumpkin. I love you.
I love you too. See you soon, Neil. Sweet dreams.
Where are you? Answer me.
Sorry, I was buying the groceries. What's wrong?
Groceries? Like I care, damn it. Answer the phone when I call you, Joyce.
I'm sorry.
More importantly, you saw my messages, didn't you?
What? What messages? I haven't seen anything.
You little liar, tell the truth. The messages on my phone were marked as read in a bunch of places before I'd seen them. That means you went through my phone. Who else could have done this? It has to be you. Don't give me this load of bull, Joyce. Explain yourself. How dare you look at my messages without my permission? That's an invasion of privacy.
Please believe me, Neil. I haven't read anything. Even if I wanted to, your phone is password protected, right? I have no idea how to unlock it, and it's not like I could hack into it. Think about it. It's impossible for me to look at your messages without permission.
Huh? You really expect me to believe you? No one else could have done it. If you don't know how to hack into my phone, then how did you read my messages anyway?
I told you, I really didn't read them.
Don't talk back to me, Joyce.
I'm just trying to reassure you. At any rate, it wasn't me. Are you sure you didn't just leave the chat open or something?
Of course I am. I wasn't born yesterday.
What kind of messages were they anyway? Was it something that'll get you in trouble if someone else sees it?
That has nothing to do with you. Don't ask unnecessary questions. All that matters is whether or not you snooped. Well, what do you have to say for yourself? What did you do?
I told you I didn't do anything, really. I haven't seen any messages.
You promise?
I promise.
Well, fine then, if you insist, but I'm not convinced.
Sorry, Neil. I've been a bad girl. I went and looked through your phone.
Huh? What do you mean? Are you serious?
Sorry.
Oh, come on, you're just messing with me, right? Cut it out, babe. I'm at work right now. You didn't really go through my phone, did you?
I'm not kidding. I really did. I was just a little curious. Your messages were all marked as read, right?
Huh? That was because of you? You've got to be kidding me.
I told you. Are you surprised?
How could you do that? That's going a little too far for a practical joke, isn't it?
Sorry, love. I just couldn't help myself. You know what I'm like.
So everything my wife said earlier was true then?
I don't know. What did she say? I bet she made a bunch of excuses for you. She's such a little coward.
Well, yeah, more or less. She told me that she didn't know the password to get into my phone.
Seriously? So your wife doesn't know your password even though I do? That's hilarious. I almost feel bad for her. She must really trust you or something.
Anyway, why did you even do all of this in the first place? I promise I won't get mad at you if you tell me honestly, Pumpkin.
Well, to be totally honest, I was a little jealous of her.
Huh? Are you serious? Really? You were jealous? But why? I can't imagine you being jealous.
Yeah, I guess so. Something like that. But can you really blame me? I want to know what kind of messages you're sending her. I was curious about how you interact with your wife compared to how you talk to me, you know? And besides, I need to make sure you've been totally honest with me, Neil. Maybe all this talk about leaving your wife as soon as work calms down is just a lie. You never know.
What? You really thought I was lying to you about all that stuff? That hurts, babe. You know I would never lie to you.
Hey, don't sulk at me. It's not my fault. That kind of thing happens sometimes, you know? A guy will tell his girlfriend or whoever that she's his number one, but he actually has no intention of leaving his wife. I guess I was just worried that maybe you still love your wife more than me.
Well, I guess some guys might do that kind of thing, but I'm different. I could never lie to you, sweet pumpkin. And anyway, I couldn't possibly love that woman more than you. Our relationship is totally miserable. No love between us at all. That bed is stone cold, you know?
You promise?
I told you before, didn't I? We're more like a master and servant than a married couple. Or maybe more like a master and slave? Seriously, that's all she is to me.
Yeah, I guess it sure does seem that way. And I was able to confirm everything you're saying when I saw your messages. Looks like you really do love me more than her after all. I mean, it seems like you're so cold in all your messages to your wife after all. I'm so relieved. I guess I was just being silly, worrying over nothing.
Aw, sweetheart, you don't need to worry about anything. I love you.
I love you too, baby. Which reminds me, there's something I've been meaning to ask you about. I have a little request.
What is it? If there's anything I can do to make you happy, I'll do it.
Okay, awesome. You really mean that?
Of course, sweet pumpkin.
In that case, I want to have a fun time with you at your place next time. What do you think?
At my place? Are you serious? I don't know about that, Liz. It's a little bit too risky, don't you think? What if my wife discovers us?
But I thought you said you'd do whatever I wanted.
I know, but there are limits, baby. What you're suggesting could get us into major trouble, you know?
Who cares? You're gonna divorce your wife anyway, right? I mean, does it really matter if she finds out about us at this point?
Yeah, I know, and I still plan on divorcing her and everything. But like I told you before, if she finds out I'm having an affair, it'll just end up making the divorce more complicated for us when the time comes. Not just for me, for you too. I don't want you to have to go through any stress. I'm just looking out for you. You could wind up in a tough spot if all this comes out, you know?
Yeah, I know. I was just kidding. Just teasing you a little, okay? Don't take it so seriously.
Huh? So you weren't serious? Well, thank God for that. What the heck, babe? You had me sweating bullets for a minute there.
My bad. Don't worry, I get it. I don't want your wife to find out about us either, even if she is a timid little thing.
That's a relief. Well, I'm just glad you understand how serious this is.
Yeah, of course. But I do want to see your house sometime. I'm just so curious. It's a nice place you have, right? And I'm probably going to end up living there someday. Indulge my curiosity a little, will ya? I can start my plans for how I'm going to renovate it after your wife leaves.
Well, I don't know. Like I said, it's a little risky, don't you think?
Oh, please, Neil.
What if you forget something at my house and my wife finds it? What if she smells your perfume or something?
Oh, please, honey. You've been watching too many movies. Nothing like that is going to happen. I'll be super careful. I don't want us to be discovered by her any more than you do.
Well, I guess it might be a good idea for you to see my place at least once.
I know, right? And it's a newly built place, right? Does it have a pool or a helicopter port?
Now you're just getting carried away, love. It's not a mansion or anything.
I'm thinking that after I move in, I'll want to get rid of any reminders of your wife. So the place is going to get another coat of wallpaper and maybe some remodeling done. And I want a walk-in closet if you don't already have one.
You haven't even seen the place yet, and you're already making plans. I think it's sweet. Okay, have it your way. I give in. I can never say no to my sweet pumpkin. You can come over.
Yay! I knew you'd say yes. When can I come? Today? Tomorrow?
Just wait a little. I'll sort things out so that I have a reason to invite you. Gotta make some preparations before you can visit.
Awesome, I'm so excited. Thanks, honey. I love you.
I love you too, Liz. How about next week? Does that work for you?
Yeah, no problem. I have to work on the weekdays, of course. How about Saturday or Sunday night?
Yeah, either of those work for me. Sunday at 6?
I'll see you then. Can't wait.
Okay, great. I gotta get back to work now, but I'll be thinking of you, okay?
I'll be thinking of you too, Neil. Talk to you later. I miss you already.
Miss you too. Good night. XOXO. Hey, Joyce. You can go home next weekend. Stay at your mother's or something.
Huh? Why? Is something happening next weekend?
A friend of mine is coming over for a few drinks, that's all. He lives upstate, so he'll be staying the night and driving back the next day.
I didn't know you had any friends from upstate.
Well, for your information, I do. Don't question me, Joyce.
Well, it's fine if you want to invite him, but does that mean I have to leave? I can make you two dinner and stuff like that. I won't be a nuisance.
You just get in the way, so I want you out of the house. Go stay at your mother's house or whatever. Just don't be home that weekend.
Well, okay, if you insist. Then what are you going to do about food while I'm not home?
Don't worry about it. We'll get delivery. Anyway, it's not like you could make something that great even if you were going to be home. Why do you have so much confidence in your cooking? You're an average cook at best. It's not like I'll be starving if you're not around or something.
I'm sorry. Maybe I misunderstood because you always tell me to make you dinner. And even if I'm leaving the house for a while, I usually make you some stuff to eat and leave it in the fridge, right? So I was just wondering why this time is different.
I told you not to question me. All you need to know is that I don't need you to cook anything for me next weekend. Don't make me repeat myself a million times. Go to your mother's house. Do you understand what I'm telling you, Joyce? I'm giving you permission to take a holiday here, so go. Why are you always pestering me about everything?
Okay, I'll go. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to pester you.
There it is again. I'm sorry. That's what you always say. I don't want your apologies. I want you to get better.
I will, Neil. I will.
And by the way, I don't want you to come back until Sunday. I'll be so annoyed if you come back while my friend is still here and bring our moods down with your constant complaining.
Okay, then I'll stay out until evening time.
Leave on Friday and stay 2 nights at your parents'. And don't come back too early on Sunday. Wait until nighttime, okay? If you come back on Sunday morning or something, you'll be in big trouble. Got it?
Yes, I understand. Leave Friday night, don't come back until Sunday night. I can do that.
Don't do anything weird either.
Weird? Like what?
I don't know. I could never know what a dumb bimbo like you will come up with next. I have no idea what kind of stupid plan you'd cook up, but I know it wouldn't work out for you in the long run. Trust me, it's not worth it. So don't even think about it, Joyce.
Huh? What do you mean? I have no idea what you could be talking about. I'm not thinking about doing anything, really. You told me to go home and stay at my mother's place next weekend, and I said okay, that's all. Is there some reason I'd be coming up with a plan at a time like this?
I told you specifically not to come up with a plan, didn't I? And there's no reason. Stop probing me. Always questioning me about every little thing I do.
Sorry, Neil.
And I told you not to apologize so much either. When will you learn, Joyce?
I just thought maybe there was some hidden meaning in what you were saying, that's all. I didn't really understand if I was missing something. So I thought I should ask.
Well then, don't think. And don't question me either. Do you know your place in this household or not? I'm the husband, you're just the wife. That means that you do what I say without interrogating me. Got it? That's how this relationship works. You don't understand that yet?
I understand.
Well, start acting like it. Anyway, the point is, you're going to your parents next weekend, okay? That's all. Say hi to them for me. I've just been talking to my friend and planning everything, and we've decided he's gonna leave at 9 on Sunday night. So you should come back at 10 then, okay? No earlier, no later, 10 on the dot. Don't mess this up for me, Joyce.
I won't. I'll do as you say.
That's the spirit.
Neil, can you pick up the phone? It's an emergency. Reply to me as soon as you see this, please.
Are you dumb, Joyce? Were you born yesterday? Why on God's green earth did you just call the cops? What is going on with you?
Huh? What's your problem? It sounds like you don't understand the position you're in right now. You and that woman can both go to hell as far as I'm concerned.
Huh? What's with you all of a sudden?
I feel bad for those police officers who went to the house having to see two idiots in their birthday suits. They must have felt sick at the sight of it, too. I hope you're ashamed. Although I knew about what was going on with you and your affair from the very beginning.
Wait a minute, what? Why are you acting so different? Your tone is completely changed.
It sure has, hasn't it? I guess you could say, as pitiful as it is, that I was just afraid of you before. But now I have no idea why I felt the need to tiptoe around you all these years when you're nothing but a pathetic scumbag.
Huh? How dare you say that to me? Watch your tone, Joyce.
Oh, get over it. I don't care anymore. And to think I've been worrying about whether or not it would be better to divorce you or stay married this entire time. I was thinking that if I was going to divorce you in the end, I should wait until I have enough proof of your infidelity to do it. I thought it might take a long time to get any real dirt on you, but look what happened today. I guess it all worked out for me sooner than expected, huh? How lucky.
Joyce, listen, you've got to get rid of the pictures from today.
Why should I?
Please, get rid of them. I'm begging you. My girlfriend and I are going to be in huge trouble if you don't get rid of them. And the police saw everything too. We're having a tough time, because of all of this.
Oh, poor you. You're seriously trying to appeal to my sympathy at this point? You think I care what happens to you and that woman after you've broken my trust like this? After you've lied to me? How dare you speak to me about her?
Well, why did you even call the police in the first place? It doesn't make any sense. You could get in trouble for that, actually. I'm pretty sure it's an actual crime to call 911 without provable cause.
Well, what was I supposed to do? I couldn't get in contact with you all day, and when I tried going directly to the house, there was some random car I'd never seen before parked there. When I rang the doorbell, you wouldn't come out, and I could hear what sounded like a woman shrieking coming from the second floor. I asked the neighbors what I should do, and we all decided it would be best to call the police just in case. I actually had your best interests at heart. I had no idea if something terrible had happened to you or not, but it just turned out that you were cheating on me, which I already basically knew. Not a bad result if you think about it, huh? As much as I despise you, I wouldn't have wanted you to die or something.
Wait a minute. You talked to the neighbors about this? You already spread this all around the neighborhood, you crazy woman? What about my reputation? How am I supposed to face them now?
I just asked around for a bit of advice, that's all. I mean, I didn't know what to do. If you're angry that the police were called, be angry at yourself and your woman for doing something that got the police called. Don't try and pin all your misfortunes on me. Seriously, what was I supposed to think? Even your father in the hospital is flabbergasted at all this.
Huh? Why is Dad in hospital? Did something happen to him?
That's what I was trying to contact you about, Neil. I told you it was an emergency. Your dad got hurt and he had to be sent to the hospital in an ambulance.
Are you serious? Is he okay?
He fell down the stairs at home and broke 4 ribs. It seems like your mother tried to contact you multiple times, but you weren't picking up the phone or responding to any of her messages. She was really worried, so she contacted me asking me to get in touch with you in a panic. Your mom was worried about you, you know. She was so scared and stressed out. But I guess you were just too distracted by that woman to pick up the phone, huh? It makes me feel sick to think of it.
Well, if that's the situation, then you should have tried to contact me multiple times before resorting to any drastic measures, right?
I already told you I did try to contact you multiple times. I tried calling you. I tried texting you. I came to the house. Everything. Can you stop trying to pin everything on me like I'm the one who should feel guilty in this situation? I'm so sick of it, Neil.
I don't believe what I'm hearing. Since when do you talk to me like this? I'm your husband.
Not for much longer. After today's little incident, I've made up my mind for good to divorce you. I want to get rid of all your stuff as soon as possible. So get everything you're taking with you and leave our house.
Huh? What are you rambling about now? You really are a bimbo, Joyce. If we really are getting a divorce, then I'm going to be living in this house with my new woman. You think I'd let you have the place? Not on my life. I just had the place built a few years ago, and I'm not giving it up to the likes of you. If anyone is packing up their stuff and leaving this house, it's you.
Yeah, I knew you were going to say that. Now hurry up and get out.
Huh? You're not making any sense. How many times do I have to repeat myself before you start to understand? I'm going to be living here with my girlfriend.
Yeah, good luck with that. The house is in my name, remember?
Wait, what?
The house was built by demolishing the house I used to live in when I was single, remember? The payment and the name of the property owner were all me because you didn't want to have to go through the procedure of redoing all the documents. So sorry to inform you, but you won't be able to stay. Don't treat the house like it belongs to you, Neil. It doesn't. You're gonna live there with your girlfriend? Give me a break. I'm never gonna let that happen.
Don't be stupid. This house belongs to me. I'm your husband, so all of your possessions belong to me.
Huh? Don't be ridiculous. What time period do you think this is? The 1800s? I can't believe you actually think it works like that. The house is in my name and it belongs to me. The loan is also in my name, remember? And no, you can't have it changed.
Wait, are you serious? No way, I had no idea. Damn it, I should have never left things to you. Now everything is a total mess. So, you tricked me then. I fell victim to your grand plan?
I tricked you? How embarrassing! I thought you said just the other week you had no idea what kind of stupid plan I'd cook up, but it wouldn't work out in the long run. You were so confident. It must be embarrassing to fall victim to my stupid plan after saying stuff like that, huh? Not that I planned any of this in the first place. You just forgot about basic stuff. I didn't have to do anything. You fell victim to my plan? The only thing you fell victim to is your own stupidity.
Just shut up, Joyce. Don't you gloat at me just because things coincidentally worked out for you this time. And don't call me stupid. I am not stupid. That house should have been mine, not yours. It's not fair.
If you want it so badly, then you can have it, Neil.
I can? Seriously?
Absolutely. If you pay for it, that is. But I guess that might be asking too much of you, since your salary is only about a third of mine, huh? You're welcome to try, though.
Don't joke around, Joyce. I can't possibly pay for the house. You'll just have to continue paying the loan like always. I'll let you have the house.
Well, that's how it would be if we were still married, I guess. But I'll be divorcing you, you know?
I won't forgive you if you do something so selfish. You have to take responsibility and pay for it.
What you're saying is crazy, Neil. Besides, if you can't pay for the house, you don't have to pay. You can leave and find your own place to live. But if you want the house, you'll have to pay for it. That's all I'm saying. It's not that hard to understand.
Fine then, I'll pay for the house, but let me pay in installments. Do you know what kind of woman my sweet pumpkin is? She's the department manager at my company, you know? She makes the same amount of money as you do, and she can pay the loan for me.
You call her sweet pumpkin? A middle-aged woman like her?
So what if I do? I fell in love with her open-minded personality, and I've decided I'm gonna be with her from now on. Just me and Sweet Pumpkin against the world, forever and ever.
You can do whatever you want, Neil, but just so you know, you and your sweet pumpkin are both fired.
Huh? What do you mean we're fired? Explain yourself.
Why don't you tell me? I thought you'd say something like you're lying.
Well, no. I just got a message from my boss, asking me if it's true that I had an affair with the company's department head and got the police called on me. Oh, I might be in trouble here.
Oh dear. Looks like news travels fast, huh? Actually, I may or may not have contacted your company earlier and asked them if a woman named Elizabeth Fenton works there.
So it was you. But I don't understand. Even if you did contact them, there's no way that they should know our personal information. What did you do?
Who, me? I didn't do anything. I'm just confirming because that's what the woman who was found naked in the house with you said her name was. And she mentioned she was the department head, your superior at work. So I thought maybe I should contact your company about this.
How could you do this to me? You seriously contacted the company?
But I have to say I'm relieved. You may be many things, but you're not a criminal. Don't be so confusing next time. You'll get the police called on you again if you're not careful.
Why, you...
Anyway, let's get a divorce, okay? I'll get the paperwork ready and give it to you to fill in. Are you going to wait there at the house for me to hand it to you? Or are you going to come to where I am?
Actually, maybe we shouldn't be too hasty about this. Can we just pretend that none of this happened?
No way! Are you crazy? I'm not going to forget about something like this.
It's not your choice to make, Joyce. I'm the husband. I decide if we're gonna get divorced or not.
That stuff isn't going to work on me anymore. Give it up already. Honestly, it's pathetic. Even though your salary is less than half of what I make, you act like you're in charge of the household and order me around. You push all the cooking and cleaning onto me, acting all arrogant, telling me what to do. You treated me like a slave, and now, if that all wasn't enough, you're cheating on me on top of everything else. How can you expect me to stay with you? You're trash, Neil. I deserve better.
Please, listen to me, Joyce. Don't just hang me out to dry. If I get fired, it's not gonna be pretty. Please, forgive me. You have to help me.
Well, I guess I could find it in myself to forgive you if you just do one thing for me.
Anything.
Sign the divorce papers.
You're joking, right? That's not what I meant.
It's useless to try and get me to stay with you, Neil. I'm coming back with my parents and my mother-in-law, and they're not happy with you. You better make sure you sign the divorce papers.
Wait, don't go, Joyce. Let's talk about this.
I have nothing to say to you. Goodbye, Neil. After that, I suspected that the two idiots might try to run away from the house or something, but they gave up and stayed there, waiting for us in shame. When Neil opened the door, he was slapped in the face by his mother. He was forced by her to sign the divorce papers on the spot and had to promise in writing that he'd pay me alimony as well. Then they were promptly kicked out of the house after my ex-husband removed his possessions. From here, it's only rumors I'm going off, but it seems they both resigned from their jobs after rumors of their affairs spread throughout the company. My ex-husband wasn't bold enough to get a new job in town because of the wild rumors about his incident with the police. He and his girlfriend soon left town. Last thing I heard, the two of them split up. Despite Neil's claims of being in love with her, I guess it wasn't that deep after all. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video and want to see more like it, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel.
Hey, Grandma, you alive over there?
Who is this? It couldn't be. Are you the one from earlier?
Ah, so it's true, you really are alive. Well then, since you're alive, why don't you get moving and go buy me a coffee?
You reaching out to me like this? I naturally assumed it was to apologize for what you did before, but you clearly aren't trying to apologize. Why are you reaching out to me then?
Huh? What do you mean? I don't understand what you're saying at all. Did you mean to sound as scatterbrained as you come off? Or is it that dementia is finally starting to set in? Could that possibly be the case?
Your name is Joy, isn't it? Do you have any idea what you've done?
Hey, all I did was stick my foot out a little bit. It was hilarious, though, you staggering around like that trying to catch your footing. I thought to myself, I wonder what would happen if I stuck my foot out at the right time. But wow, was it worth it. Not even I thought you would have fell over as flashy as you did. What a sight it was.
You're despicable. Tripping someone of my age on purpose like that? I am the one who can't believe it. Why did you do it? What was the purpose of it anyway? You had nothing to gain.
I told you already, didn't I? Because it was funny, and I was right. It was even funnier than I expected. I was rolling on the ground laughing. It was the highlight of my day.
How could you say that? What would you do if I'd gotten really hurt because of you? That isn't something to laugh about.
Even if you got hurt, it would still have been worth it. It still would have been hilarious. Besides, you work for a large company, right? You could have said it was a work-related injury and made bank off of them.
That isn't what I mean. That's not the point.
Oh, is that so? Is it because you're just a part-time toilet cleaner that you aren't eligible to file for a work-related injury anyway? How sad. Now that you mention it, what's really sad is someone of your age being a part-time worker. Anyway, how old are you anyway, Grandma?
I am 65 years old. Do you really get your kicks out of tormenting someone of my age? Don't you have anything else to do? Anything more valuable to dedicate your time to? Do you even work or do anything?
Hey, wait a second. Are you trying to act like my mom, scolding me like that? But I don't want to make you worry. I know it's not good to do that for someone of your age. But yes, I work quite hard, actually.
Oh, so you do work. You need to stop joking around like this. Please just do your job properly and stop messing with me. I've had enough of this. I'm going back to cleaning.
What? Hold on just a second. Is it possible? Did you really forget so quickly? Gosh, you really are suffering from dementia. I told you to go buy me a coffee, didn't I? How many times am I going to have to repeat the same thing over and over to you? Get me a coffee right now.
Yeah, I heard you the first time when you told me to go buy you a coffee, but that isn't part of my job description. If you want coffee so bad, why don't you go get it yourself?
Seriously? Who in the world do you think you're taking that tone with? I am a company employee, not to mention a stockholder of this company. It's quite different than your lowly part-time position, you old grandma. So hurry up and do as you're told. Go buy me a coffee.
I didn't think this company would hire someone with such an awful personality such as yours. I have no idea how someone like you got hired in the first place.
No matter how you think of it, it's obvious the reason I was hired is because I'm brilliant and I'm your superior in every way. I said it once and I'll say it again. I'm quite popular around here, especially with the gentlemen colleagues of mine.
What? What is this all of a sudden? Why even bring up something as ridiculous as that at a time like this?
You're the one who asked how I got hired in the first place. I was simply answering your question. I clearly had a connection with the interviewer.
Really?
I graduated from college, but it's not like it was a reputable college in any way. So I had to figure out my next move. So I thought, why not try working for such a corporation like this one? My plan worked when the interviewer took quite a liking to me.
What do you mean by that? Are you telling me there was some kind of foul play going on? That isn't fair.
I guess he wasn't all that fair. He's the type of person who cheats at work and in his relationship.
Wait a second. Hold on. The man who interviewed you was a married man?
Ding, ding, ding! You got it! Wow, Granny, you really aren't as dumb as you look, I guess.
Aren't you aware of the awful things that you're doing? Doesn't it bother you even a little bit?
Doesn't faze me one bit. It can't be helped, it's not my problem. I'm still young after all. I guess you can call it youthful indiscretion. The end justifies the means. I ended up being able to work at this prestigious company, so the result in the end was all right, wouldn't you say?
You may think this is all good for you, but in the eyes of society, what you're doing are terrible things.
So you're telling me that I'm the only one doing the wrong things? What about the man I slept with? He did a bad thing too, don't you think? How awful of a middle-aged man to do such a naughty thing. Him approaching a young woman the way he did? What other young woman wouldn't fall for it?
So, just who was this man who interviewed you? What's his name?
His name is Kevin. Surely you know him. The middle-aged guy who's starting to go bald now. Well, if I were to compare him to Simon, Kevin is still considered pretty young.
You are horrible. You are just the worst type of person.
Oh, I got a little carried away. We've been talking non-stop. Well, that's enough. I'm bored of this conversation. Do what I said. Hurry up and go get me a cup of coffee right now. If you continue to defy me and not listen to what I say, I'll just have to keep messing with you even more.
I refuse. I told you that already. There is no way I plan on listening to a single word you say. So with that, goodbye. Something horrible just happened. Please come to the conference room immediately. It's urgent.
Mom, what's wrong? Is everything okay? What happened?
There is something I have to look into. It is about one of the workers here. No, actually two. There are two people we have to look into. They aren't what they seem to be.
What do you mean? What are you talking about, Mom? I'm not following what you're going on at all about. What is all of this about two employees? What did they do?
There are people in the company participating in some improper wrongdoings. What are you teaching your employees? How are you going about educating them? This could become a huge problem for the company as a whole.
What? What are you trying to say? Spit it out already. What's going on? Wait a minute. Mom, how do you know about any of this anyway?
Just mere coincidence. Thanks to this company being truly bad internally, I just happened to stumble upon this information. Anyway, how do you think things are going, specifically in the management area? Do you even know? Don't you think things have changed recently?
Well, maybe now that you mention it, there have been some things that have caught my attention recently.
Tell me everything. Everything you notice to be wrong, I want to know about it.
Hey, part-time granny, you still alive over there, you old bag? Did you really drop dead this time?
You. Do you have any idea at all what you did to me?
What a stupid question. Of course I do. Picking on the lower class is the best. I can't get enough of it. Don't you have any friends? Or is it because you're already 65 years old, they all died off, and you're all alone?
I was simply doing my job, but you went through the trouble of filling up a bucket full of toilet water. I never thought in a million years you would dump it on me and make me drink it like that.
An old bag who doesn't do anything else but clean is worthless. You're nothing but an eyesore around here. So, how did the toilet water taste? Yummy? Want me to make you drink it again, Granny?
That's it. I've reached my limit. I've had enough. My son is going to be furious about this.
Oh, so you have a son. I didn't know that. The son of a worthless 65-year-old cleaner. I bet he can't stand you either. He probably never listened to you growing up.
Do you think you can speak this way to the president of the company? Do you think he would take any of your nonsense?
Wait, what? What do you mean? Explain yourself. You mean to tell me your worthless son is the president of the company?
That's right. The company that you somehow work for, he's the president of this company.
Wait, what? You're lying, right? Stop your lying. Explain right now, Granny. You're serious. The president is your son.
That's right. You hit the nail on the head. For such a small brain, you finally understand.
No way. What are you trying to pull here, Granny? Are you trying to take me for some sort of fool? I'm not falling for it. My goodness, you really had me going there for a second. I was surprised for a moment. No matter how I think about it, there's no way a son of yours could be president of this entire company. Stop your lies already.
Sorry, but unfortunately for you, everything I said is the truth.
Yeah, right. I'm not falling for it. Your son, the president of the bank. There's no world where that would happen. How do you expect me to believe that? If that's true, then why would his dear old mother be nothing more than a cleaning lady around here? Surely he would have given you a more elegant position if that were the case.
I should have also mentioned this earlier, but I was the previous president of the company.
What? No way. No, I'm getting really tired of these jokes from you, Granny. Enough already.
Oh, trust me, this is not a joke. None of what I just told you is a joke at all. I loved my time as president at this company. I wanted to continue to contribute even after I stepped down because I loved it so much. So to help the company and support them from within, I took on the role of cleaning lady.
Wow, what you say does sound like a good story. But get over yourself. You aren't going to make me fall for a pitiful story like that.
Don't worry. Very soon you'll understand the truth about this entire situation. Because I've already gone to the president and had a nice, long talk with him about you.
Wait, what? Wait. What was that announcement just now? Why me? Why did the president just call for me right now?
I told you already, didn't I? I told you, my son is really pissed off now. My son is the president, and you've been called into the president's office. I'm sure you can put two and two together.
Wait. Enough. Just hold on a second here. You already got me enough already. I can't take any more jokes. That's enough. If you push this any more, you'll be spoiling your own joke. Besides, I surrender. You fixed your problem, right? We're all good now.
Well, if that's truly what you think, then you shouldn't have any worries when going into the president's office. Go ahead. I'll be waiting for you in the president's office too. Don't keep us waiting too long.
What? Really? So you mean what you're saying is all true? Really?
Enough of your nonsense. Hurry up and go to the president's office now.
I am so sorry for all of this.
Hey, speak properly and show some respect. I've been quiet this entire time. Do you have anything you'd like to say? Anything you'd like to maybe take back or correct? Anything at all?
I'm so sorry. From the bottom of my heart, I deeply and humbly apologize.
I sincerely mean it, so please don't fire me. Please? If I get fired, I don't know what I would do.
I see. So, after all of that tough talk, in the end, you really are just quite weak. But it looks like you understand what you did and how awful those deeds were.
Honestly, I had no idea things would get this out of hand. This isn't what I intended to happen. If I'd known President Simon was your son, then I would have never treated you this way. I wouldn't have been so rude to you. Please, you have to believe me.
All you're doing is talking about the things you did to me. Isn't that right? The awful things you've done not just to me, but everyone else knows no bounds. Don't you get that? Can't you understand?
Yes, of course. I totally understand.
That's not all. To begin with, you got a position in the company unfairly, when in actuality you shouldn't even have been hired at all.
Well, yes, you're right about that. But I've worked so hard since day one. I was a good worker.
That couldn't be further from the truth. You were actually quite famous around here, being known as the woman who couldn't do her work. But wait, that's still not all. You also messed around with the company's expenses, didn't you? You improperly used the company's money several times. How dare you look down your nose at our company like that?
I just got caught up in the moment and got a little carried away. Because I was working for such a huge company, I thought it would be okay to just tack on a little bit onto the company expenditures. It wasn't that much, so I didn't think it would turn into such a big deal.
Oh, yeah? What about the party you hosted with all of your colleagues and you charged a ton of alcohol to the company card? Was that just a little bit like you claimed too? You got more than just a little carried away. Looks like you were trying to show off your extravagant life with the company's money.
Who told you all of that? Please tell me who squealed. That traitor. I won't ever forgive them for turning on me and ratting me out like that.
Do you hear yourself? Get a grip. The one who did all of these terrible things was none other than yourself. All that worker did was be honest and tell the truth about the things you did. The reason you're in trouble is because of the things you did. No one else is to blame.
No, that's not true. Even if you put it that way, it's still not all my fault.
It is. Several other members of the company agree. You have an awful attitude toward them. So, can you really be surprised that so many of them turned on you? They didn't have much of a choice.
I guess I didn't give it much thought. I really didn't think about it that way.
I should have also mentioned this earlier, but all of the money that you charged on the company card will come out of your paycheck. You'll reimburse the company for all of it. And if you claim you can't, we'll just have to get the police involved.
What? Don't you think that's a little extreme? Let's not exaggerate this.
You still don't seem to understand the severity and seriousness of what you did. I also should have mentioned this, but I also told Kevin's wife about your little affair. Kevin will be informed of his immediate dismissal from the company as well.
What? You went that far? That's horrible. If that gets found out, can't we get sued or something?
Oh, of course that could happen, naturally. You broke the law, didn't you? You went as far as to bring Kevin's poor wife into the picture with your actions.
Of course, I understand that. That's why I'm asking you, please stop. Don't tell his wife about any of this mess. What'll I do if I'm sued for damages and reparation? That is why I'm asking. No, I'm begging. Please don't fire me. I can't lose this job at a time like this.
Even after all of this, all you can do is think about yourself. All you ever do is worry about yourself. You really are the worst type of person. If you were interviewed properly in the first place, there is no way you would have been hired here. This is a good opportunity to rethink the way our rules in the office are from now on.
Then it's all good, right? I'm truly sorry I caused all of the trouble I did. Please, I'm begging you. At least rethink firing me. You don't have to do that. I promise I won't do anything bad anymore. You have my word.
It's rare I don't give second chances, but I can't trust a word you're saying. Your sins here have caught up with you. They're too much to forgive at this point.
I am telling you the truth. I am so sorry. I'm down on my knees telling you how sorry I am.
From the first day you started here, all you did was find joy in picking on your coworkers. Your immaturity knows no bounds. A human being like you isn't fit to work at a company like this. The only place someone like you is fit for is the bottommost part of hell. Have fun in the hell of your own making. After that, Joy was fired. However, she caused a huge frenzy in the office and lashed out. The guards had to move in to pursue her and eventually stop her. The normally quiet office wouldn't get by without a little bit of noise, unfortunately. Joy left an even worse impression of her on her colleagues. She really was crazy. As a result, she added an excess of violations. Looks like Joy was finally brought back down to reality. Now she's doing her best to find a part-time job. It seems she's trying to save up some money to pay back Kevin's wife after what she caused. I guess it's true what they say. You reap what you sow. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Feel free to leave a comment. Bye!